Good morning, everybody. We're here at the ranch. It is early morning and we're kicking things off. It feels like a San Francisco morning here, but we're in Marengo, Ohio, and it's beautiful. Looks like overcast skies for most of the day. It's a perfect time to visit the ranch. That little pesky bit of rain is nothing to worry about, in my opinion. We have umbrellas. And the best part is the flowers look amazing because we've had decent rain. Right now, I'm gonna let people kind of log on for a minute or two. Tell you the place looks absolutely amazing. The perennials are popping in a big way. And I'm very, very proud of the way those have turned out. So we're gonna look at those. And annual color is pretty much at peak right now. So hanging baskets are rolling out for the Mother's Day weekend. We're gearing up and it's just awesome. The forecast looks really, really good, fingers crossed. So I've been looking at the 2-week forecast. And good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I've been looking at the 2-week forecast and it looks really, really good. Fingers crossed, no more frost. The 10-day, which puts us very close to May 15th, looks like we are maybe in the clear. So let's hope there's nothing changing there. But May 15th is that frost-free day. We are getting your pre-order plants ready as well. And you've probably already gotten an email about pickups for those. So pay attention to that. Would recommend for your pre-order pickups you come the weekend after Mother's Day or the following weekend, just to have a little more relaxed of an experience. I don't know if you saw our video that I did yesterday, but we do have a new parking lot. So that's gonna be really, really nice for the Mother's Day weekend. Plenty of parking now for everybody, and hopefully no more crossing the street. We do have the other parking lot if we have to use it, and we do have attendants on hand to make that super, super simple. But it looks like it's going to be a great Mother's Day this year. We've put a lot of work this past year into making the whole thing flow really smooth and make the parking and just all of the detail stuff to make it the very best that we possibly can for everybody when they come. And we get to enjoy those improvements even after Mother's Day, so that's great. We have more shopping carts this year, just the whole thing. More staff on hand. Our staff has been trained all winter long. We went through Groovy University, which was pretty cool, where we did training just on plants, on really the way this whole place, the way we want it to run, to be the best garden center experience you could possibly have. Okay, I've got 38 of you watching. If you have questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them while I walk, and if not, I'll get you after. And let's just go enjoy the ranch on a beautiful early May morning. And it's very alive. It's very alive. A lot of wildlife making their amazing bird songs, and just a really, really pleasant place to be. So let's go for a walk. I'm going to flip my camera around. If I lose connection, I will just keep going and it'll pick back up. Okay, give me just a second here while we disconnect. All right. So now when you walk into the ranch, you'll see the cool old El Camino, and we're restocking the zinnias here. Try to keep my coffee hands from shaking too much. We're calling it a Groovy Steel on these zinnia flats. $16.99 a flat, and they're perfect. These are not junky grown, you know. There's a lot of stuff out there right now in the market that's not really very nice. And I think what you'll see here is we're focusing on really, really nice, high quality. Here's another groovy deal, $4 for this hardy, early love dianthus. You walk by this table, it smells amazing, especially in the evening. If you have dahlia tuber pickups, or when you come to pick up your spring orders here in just a few days, this first greenhouse is our new pickup location. So you'll come in. When you get here, come in and check in at the desk right there. We have our attendants on hand to get you checked in, and then you'll go shop. Get your punches, you go shop, and pick up your plants on your way out. Okay, look at the color. It is overcast, so it could be a little bit better for color, but we're gonna take our time this morning and just stroll. There's so much to see. Again, Groovy Steel on these marigolds too, $16.99 a flat, and they're perfect. They're perfect, healthy plants. They could not be better. I love the pom-pom yellow here. Just perfect. And look at all the color out here. The ranch hands are condensing and getting the place all set for the day. How about these lupine? Wowza. Yep, it's real. The dianthus are cracking color. Would you believe these went down to 20 degrees? So did these armeria. The whole experience here right now, from a sensory standpoint, is pretty incredible. The flower smells are off the charts, so different flower smells over each table, and then the birds in the background, cool temperature, really it's just very, very pleasant. How about champion blue campanula? What a pretty flower. So here you can see the perennials are just awesome. The dianthus alone. So these are all hardy perennials through here. We've expanded the perennial lot and the perennial selection this year. And we've tried to open some things up. As perennials have seasons just like everything else, we have staged plantings throughout the season, so a lot of the things that are available now won't be available even in a couple of weeks once they're gone, like these ground cover phlox. And there are many plants that are not yet available because they're warm season perennials. So the ranch changes every single day. Look at those. Good morning, Maria. Love these combo planters. So we put together these mixes here. Happy people put together these mixes with lantana and wandflower and that Mystic Spire salvia, which is going to be perfect for hummingbirds. A whole table of blooming lavender here, full bud, hasn't cracked open quite yet. More perennials from our growing ranges. We grew all of these perennials right here at the ranch. Baptisia just getting ready to crack color. And let's go up this way and we'll loop back around and I'll show you what's going on up here. The gem mine is up and running for the kids, or kids at heart. A lot of groovy steel flats, impatient flats too, $16.99 for perfect impatiens. Check out the herb selection. Perfect blocks. I love it. All different kinds of mint, dill, just perfectly healthy plants. Makes me very happy. A whole table of basil here. I love it when the plants are so perfectly healthy they can't get better. There's my favorite one, Pesto Perpetuo. It doesn't bloom, so it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It turns into, in the past when I've had it, it looks like a boxwood at the end of the season. Look at these awesome little mushrooms made locally. We're gonna do a big announcement on this here soon, but here are tiny little cactus. These are very small, so these are like fairy garden size. And all the cool different little colors. I love this mushroom line. It's just so joyful. It's a fun addition to the garden. Jackie's Fairy Garden. Take a minute to appreciate this. And we'll just loop around. If you've never explored the Shire area back there, we have a hobbit house through that garden walk. It's pretty cool. I love this mixed container with canary wings begonia. Our old Encephalartos here moved out for its summer home. If you want to marvel at this plant, it is said to be around 200 years old. That one right there. A lot of nice terracotta. The potting bar is open. Birds are happy. These succulent containers, the color is off the charts. Just gorgeous, healthy plants. Tomato baskets. That's the Heartbreaker tomato. These have been popular. You slice them and they look like little hearts. They're a cherry tomato. Geraniums. Beautiful geranium mixed containers with the trailing Angelonia and Silver Falls. And the annual tables are loaded. So are the tomatoes and peppers. We'll hit these first, how about that? So more tomatoes coming every week, but this is just the very first shot. Big, stocky, healthy plants. Just a really good start. And peppers, and we've labeled them like this. So there's Armageddon, Hungarian hot wax, and it just goes on and on and on. So all your pepper options through here. And again, cold grown, stocky, healthy plants. A lot of you are interested in the mini tomatoes. So these are, they're bigger than our other tomatoes at the moment, but they're actually a mini variety. So they stay really small, and you can see they're blooming on a really small plant. So we have a miniature Roma and a miniature cherry as well. Here's the miniature cherry. It's really small, very tight, and blooming and getting ready to, well, actually already producing fruit on very, very short, stocky plants. Some eggplant, and then also some dwarf peppers. You can see how short these plants are, already loaded with buds and blooms. Fuchsias are out. Fuchsias will be gone within 2 weeks. They'll probably be gone next weekend. So you want to grab up your fuchsia basket. These are perfect. They're not blown. They're just now starting to bloom. So they're going to be really, really nice. Look at the dahlias. Let's just take a minute to appreciate these. So these are if you want a head start on your dahlias, and these are different varieties than what we offered through our Dahlia Tuber program. Very nice. Oh, I love that. And more of these coming out today too. But similar to the other things, these are a specific program here, and when they're gone, they're gone. So sorry about that. Someone's calling me and I didn't silence my phone. It'll probably happen again. The rock shop, the lights haven't even come on yet. A couple of them have. Looks great. I snuck in there and silenced my phone. Sorry about that. So the rock shop is an ongoing and improving thing. We are looking forward to finishing that once we get a little bit further through the Mother's Day weekend. A beautiful Talavera display here. We were able to rustle up a few more Hummingbird Falls baskets for this weekend, and I think that's going to be it. The nursery space looks great. A lot of gorgeous lilacs through here. Irises. And azaleas are blooming and about gone. Take a quicker loop through here because I want to spend some more time on the annuals. Lilacs, perfect gift for Mother's Day. And they're at peak. Hydrangeas are leafing out, beginning to push buds. A lot of great hydrangea options. Do have a small selection of trees this year, and great color here in the shrubs. So we really went for simple solutions. Love that burgundy smoke bush. Peonies looking great, pushing bud. There's a great gift item for Mother's Day too. We did do a full restock on the Eclipse hydrangea, which is the black-leaved hydrangea. That's a shade hydrangea. Kind of has a wine-colored flower, but look how dark they are. They're absolutely amazing. And berry plants, big, stocky berry plant starts. They're looking great. Blueberries and figs. Hey, check this out. The figs look great, and I brought out my fig to show everybody what you can do at your own home. And look, I have figs. So this is my fig tree, and I eat fresh figs all summer long, so you can totally do that. Nice greens, strawberry plants, the berries galore. Pink flowered strawberry, it's a great producer. It's also a super hardy perennial. We have it all through the children's garden. Available now, it's one of our favorites. Sun patience. How about these begonias? Begonias are almost gone. This run of begonias is almost gone. So if you wanted begonias, those baskets, I would recommend coming today. Let's cruise on into the greenhouses. We'll do a loop through there. We'll go out through the annual area. Good morning, Jerry.
On the white tea, Nemesis.
So, begonias in here. You can grab them in here. And we also have matching bigger size pots too for those begonias if you want to do matching containers. One of my favorite foliage begonias, Griffin. That thing gets super gothic, Dracula looking. Love that plant. Coleus, best selection we have right now for the whole year. My plant, Canary Wings Begonia, one of my favorites. Good morning, Teresa. Sun Patience. This is a Crossandra, Florida Flame. That's kind of an oddball plant you're not going to find most places. And really nice begonia flats on the other side. Come on into the houseplant houses. Look at those. Whew. Looks great in here, nice and clean and tidy. Whole air plant display. Do a quick loop through succulents. One of my favorite, probably my favorite greenhouse here. It's a treasure chest, just full of cool stuff. Good morning, Loretta. We do not have milkweed quite yet. That plant needs warmth, and we are not quite stocking it yet, but it is coming. We'll say we have a ton of pollinator options though. I said earlier in the video, you may not have been on, a lot of the plants here are cyclical, or seasonal. So we will have, for example, a lot of dianthus this time of year. They're early bloomers and they'll sell down. And then a lot of the warm season things like the full collection of cone flowers, for example, doesn't really become available until a little later in May because they're heat lovers. So that's how that works. We'd love to have everything all at once, but that's not how nature works. It's not how plants work. But I think we do pretty good. It is funny to me that people have given me the moniker Mr. Groovy. I can't say my last name is Groovy. It's not, but I'll take it. It's pretty funny. Wow. in the hustle and bustle of spring, I don't usually take enough time to just enjoy these strolls. So I always like doing these lives because it gives me time to just slow down and enjoy all of our good hard work. We'll sit by these orchids. Wow, these are waterfall orchids. So they've been trained to have this waterfall look. What's that? Nice. Okay, let's zip outside. Going back out, straw flowers. They haven't opened, they're closed for now, but a very cool plant. Everything's covered with a little light, that little light mist we've been having, but those are perfect if you're into the straw flowers. Look at the shade area. Goodness gracious. I love this time of year when everything is just breaking. The ferns are just waking up. They're soft. There's a great plant. Polygonatum. Hellebores. Not too late to add them to your garden. And how about these bleeding hearts? Here's a perfect example of a plant that won't be available in a month and a half because they'll all be gone. Valentine is a really nice variety with red flowers, red and white flowers on that one, and a kind of a burgundy foliage with a red stem. Very, very nice. Look at these. This is Pulmonaria, one of our favorite deer-resistant plants. Great speckled foliage for the shade. We are open, so I try not to get people in the live. Oh, look at the crane's bill. This is Carmina. Blooming its head off. And the clematis. We have to have the best clematis selection around. This is Brunnera. And we get asked for forget-me-nots a lot. In my opinion, Brunnera is a better plant. So what you get is basically identical forget-me-not flowers. But once the flowers are done, the plant throws its summer leaves and you have a really, really nice heart-shaped deer-resistant plant all summer long. This one, Sun King Aurelia, an awesome companion to things like hostas, just a really durable, deer-resistant, large plant. And our hosta selection is 10 out of 10. Loaded. So if you want a nice variety, we've got them. Coral bells. Gorgeous color on these coral bells. How about these extra large dahlia planters? See how big they are. And they are like fluorescent in color. That's another one. When they're gone, they're gone. Take a look at these columbine really quick. They've been screaming my name. The columbine looks so good right now. Love the yellow. And these little lanterns, a short selection of our wild columbine. Really, really pretty. That is Aquilegia canadensis. And the woodland phlox, these flew out of here. I did a video on them, but we still have gorgeous white and this shorter blue. So blue and white native woodland phlox looking really good. Let's take a quick loop through the annuals. So here, I'll show you one of my favorites, the annual salvias here. These are some of the best plants you can possibly put in for hummingbirds. And they will bring them in. We love carrying a great selection of different annual salvias. I plant these in my front beds. This Roman red is just absolutely amazing. These are different than the little crinkle pack, little crinkle pack bedding salvias. These are big plants. So these are gonna be a real presence in the garden. They're gonna get big. They're gonna produce a ton of flowers all season long. And here's the lobularia. This is like alyssum on steroids. Big, big plant, great fragrance. The blue lobelia, cold grown, sturdy, really healthy plants. Love the orange and blue together. Electric colors on the geraniums. There's that black petunia. It is black. Here's a really nice combo. You have Pentas, Dorothianthus, that mango verbena with a really nice electric coleus there. Cleome or spider flower, that gets nice and big. Hummingbird cigar plant, Kufia. And hanging baskets as far as you can see, and all the different million bells and petunias. We've been doing a lot of super cows lately, and these are hybrids between million bells and petunias, and what you end up with is a plant that's very rain resistant versus some of the petunias can have a hard time in the rain. They can get beat up because their flowers are so big. And then with million bells, they tend to be daintier plants and not as vigorous, but when you hybridize the two together, what you end up with is a really, really durable, high performance plant. Okay, I'm gonna wind down this live because I have to get to work. It is Saturday after all at a garden center in May. Give you one last little reveal here. We have a new addition. So we're gonna do a formal announcement soon, but when you come, you walk on in, we now have Bushel and a Bean parked right here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ready to get you fueled up for your plant shopping with bakery items as well. So very welcoming place, great energy, great vibes, and overall an amazing sensory experience. Hope you can visit. We're here to help. There's Mr. Powell right now, getting the tables all set. If you come and you need suggestions for your landscaping, anything like that, we always recommend coming during the week, but whenever you come is great. Just bring pictures if you can, and pay attention to the way the sun moves. It helps us out a lot. Poppies are popping. Ooh, let's look at these little mini roses really quick. Check this out. We grew these miniature roses, and they're hardy. Look at that. Swirl. I love this orange. Just cool stuff everywhere you turn. The van has a new home, and all of these beautiful plants are coming out. There's no better time than right now to get super cool plants at the ranch. I love this little flowering maple. at Butelon. Okay, folks, I have to get to work. Hope you all have a great weekend. Don't let that rain scare you. Come on out. We're here. We have umbrellas. It's no big deal. It's just a little rain. Always looks worse on the weather app than it actually is. I like to think of it like this. If it says 54% chance of showers or thunderstorms, that's a 46% chance it's going to be sunny and beautiful. Pretty good odds. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for walking with me.